So let's look at one of the main reasons to even have a DVR in the first place, and that's to record TV. So if you record a number of shows throughout the week, anything more than 5, on this cable box could seem kind of a bear to manage. So here's the list of things that I have recorded. Nice thing that they added in the last update was that if you look right here, it actually tells you how full your hard drive is. In this case, this one is 63% full. Here's the show list, and previously before the last update, it was just the list of shows, and that's it by date. Now you can at least sort by title. It doesn't group everything together, so you'll see there's multiple recordings of Desperate Housewives. It just really sorts it by title. You can see what's scheduled to record. So here's by title what's scheduled to record. Let's go back, and then by date. So here's what's going to record on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and so on. So that's scheduled recordings. If you want to manage which shows you've set to record, here's a series manager. You automatically see all the shows that you have set up as a series. Let's go to Gossip Girl. Click on that. Then you have your series options. You can set a priority. You can cancel it, go back to your list, etc. So series options, let's click in there. Tell how many episodes to keep. You want to save them all. You want to record just new episodes versus new and repeat. When to start it, and then which air times you want to record. Those are your options. And then priority. This is at 8 of 16, so I can move it up and down. So if I move it all the way to the top, if there's a conflict, it will always choose this show first. And then here's a log that tells you kind of what's happened. So on May 6th, America's Next Top Model was not recorded because the disc was full. And that's recorded TV. That's a look at everything that you have recorded, how you can interact with it from just kind of a quick level there. So now let's jump over to Media Center and look at the experience of recorded TV. So here is the recorded TV view. You'll see on the cable box it was the live television picture was right here. Media Center, for this experience, it minimizes it down to a little corner here. This is actually the list view of everything that I have recorded on the Media Center. So you'll see the recorded TV up here. Here's the list of all the shows, and it actually gives you a nice little icon. But what this does is it actually groups the shows together. So if you look at 90210, I actually have 16 recordings. On the cable box, you would have listed 90210 16 times, if I could even fit that much on there. But here it groups them together, so then I can select the actual show, and now if you look up here, here's the name of the show, and it shows you all the episodes with a nice little icon and the actual date. If I go and highlight each show, it gives me some information down here. Nice little HD icon to let you know this is recorded in HD. Keeping up, this is 3 out of 16 and so on. Go back. I can also sort this by the date recorded. So now this would break out the shows into individual episodes because it's going by date recorded. It's not grouping it by title. You can also sort it by original air date. In case you're maybe recording a marathon of an old series and you want to make sure you watch them in order. And then there's the Windows 7 shared. So if you have multiple Windows 7 machines, you can actually share content in between them. The same sorting carries through for when you get inside the show. So this is just looking at just one particular show, and then I can still sort it by date recorded, title, and original air date. There's one more view as far as looking at it. You can choose to view large. So if I do that, you actually get the nice little icon, large. So there's 90210, puts the episodes up here. If there's only one episode, then it just automatically gives you the information right there. In this case, I have this set up as a series, but I only keep 5 episodes of each The Daily Show and Colbert Report. So it tells you right there that you have one show that's about to be deleted, and then it gives you a nice little icon to let you know to give you a warning. In this case with Desperate Housewives, you also see the information of something that just recently recorded yesterday. So here's a new episode indicator right here to let you know what the name of the new episode was. If I click into the show, then the view large theme carries through. It's actually grouping it by date recorded, so you see Sunday there, but since this was a week ago, right here it just automatically just put the date. And you see that the current active show, the icon's larger than the previous ones. So it's kind of hard to read, but the name of this episode is Marry Me a Little. The name of this episode is actually right here. It's called Bargaining. So if I click over to it, it blows out the information out here. So definitely a lot more information on your recorded shows, your recorded TV. We usually like to view the list because the amount of TV that we can record on the Media Center, it's a lot easier to kind of get through it by looking at the list of shows. So also, from what we looked at, here is, if you go into View Schedule, this is a good way to manage your series. So first thing we're looking at is what's going to record today. So you can sort that by date, or you can sort by title. If I click on Series, this actually is the equivalent to the Series Manager on the cable box. You'll see it has the same priority, so I can sort my priority or change them right there. Right now the list is sorted by name. If I click that, it sorts it by priority. So there's the number one show. And then I can sort by type. Right? So it'll show a series recording, a custom recording, or an individual recording, like if I'm just recording one episode of a show. If I go to history, this is the same thing as the log. It's a little bit more detailed than what you got on the cable box. So I can sort it by date. So I can look at today, see that American Idol was deleted. If I click on that, it actually has who deleted it. So that's the user that's associated. So since I did that on the PC, it actually uses the PC name. Let's see. If I go here, this was deleted to make room for the new recording because I record Good Morning America every day, but I only keep one episode. I don't need to keep a whole bunch of Good Morning America. Change the status so I can look at everything that got canceled or deleted, or I can go by a specific title, or I can even clear the history right here. Right now there's 786 entries. Another nice little piece of information down here is that I'm looking at what's scheduled to record, and currently I have 65 recordings for a total of 56 hours and 39 minutes set to record. Not something you absolutely have to have, but it's nice to know. Now the other thing that we want to look at is the series options. Within Media Center, a nice feature that you have is, if you go under Settings, go to TV, Recorder, you have the concept of recording defaults, which is not on the cable box. So I can set some of the options for anything that I set to record as a series or as a single recording. So these defaults, no matter what I do, will carry over when I press the record button. So I don't have to worry about setting them for each individual one. So these are the recordings for just general. Whenever I press the record button, there's the keep, when to start, when to stop. And then here are the series recording defaults. So the show type new. So that way it doesn't default to always recording new and reruns, and you have to go and change it for each series. It's set right here once, as well as a few other options. So because of that, you can change the recording defaults. Go to recorded TV. We'll look at the series. So if I want to go to Lost, I can change the series settings just for Lost right here, but 9 times out of 10 you won't have to come in here because of those recording defaults. So definitely a lot easier to deal with in Media Center than on the cable box. Alright,